As noted, Canal Plus had been looking to acquire MultiChoice with the deal that was expected to close in April 2025 now aiming for October 2025. The deal currently being scrutinized by regulators is regarded as a larger merger with MultiChoice valued at over $50 billion. It would make sense why they couldn't cross their initial deadline. MultiChoice filed this transaction with regulators by the 30th of September 2024 and the Competition Commission usually takes about 40 business days, but for larger mergers they can extend from 6 months to 12 months, with this deal already past 7 months, presuming regulators wanted more info about the deal. Compared to previous larger mergers, e.g., Walmart and Massmart, the MultiChoice deal is the most complex. Most others would have this done within 6 months, excluding consultations with the tribunal. This is due to the ECA, which limits decision-making to 20%, and Canal Plus addressed that with License Co. Others hurdles would have to be the effects this transaction has on competitors, like eMedia Investments, and the economy. MultiChoice has been a dominant force via SuperSport, but as we've seen in recent years, Netflix is starting to catch up as they've licensed WWE for a number of countries. If MultiChoice wants to continue outshining Netflix, they have to assure this deal gets greenlight between now to early July if they want to meet the October deadline. The tribunal will need 3 months at least if approved to hold public hearings and set the groundwork. Major delays to October would have to be the Competition Commission's recommendation to block the deal or a minority shareholder, like Alan Gray, wanting more money. But if I'm being honest, the deal has a moderate to high rate of getting to Scenario A than B. Scenario A. MultiChoice is in financial distress and serves a responsibility in growing the local landscape. Regulators could greenlight this deal as a means to keep these operations around for the foreseeable future. Although Netflix is a dominant foe, it can't replicate SABC News, much less DSTV Disky. If Canal Plus is able to swallow up MultiChoice, as there's a moderate to high chance of the deal being greenlight by regulators, mainly because of the company's financial position. Although Netflix already curates content within the market, it's not to the scale of SuperSport, much less SABC News. Expect this deal to come with numerous clauses. The first, I presume, would be local quotas even for License Co. Canal Plus could be told that 40–60% of its earnings must be used to fund the local landscape, and with a 20% cap they'll likely want a detailed report on their activities. Another, which I don't think would be the case, is a divestiture of core brands. Maybe Canal Plus could sell a stake in SuperSport, which I doubt. Even DSTV. Canal Plus is more likely look to offload assets such as Nomula and Aura, as they generate very little revenue for MultiChoice. Scenario B. Regulators have been known to block deals in the past, with Vodacom and Maziv deal that had remained ongoing since 2022. On the MultiChoice's stance, the issue would stem from its dominance within the TV spectrum, particularly sports. A deal like this would further isolate competitors. Another may have to do with economic factors. Regulators may fear that this ordeal will lead to jobs cuts or loss of local content. Although Canal Plus doesn't have an existing foothold, MultiChoice has been loss-making, and the acquiring company always looks to reduce operational expenses. Lastly, the structure. MultiChoice plans to carve out its broadcasting license into a separate entity to ensure it's compliant with legislation. Regulators may not be convinced that MultiChoice will comply with that 20% cap, as the loophole to this would be MultiChoice Africa.